Meghan Markle. Tommy, she's issued a video statement, one of many, been a flurry recently, all of them hilarious, but not for the reasons that she would have hoped, saying her new Netflix show that was going to be called or based around her American Riviera Orchard brand, the new Martha Stewart, has now been replaced by As Ever as the brand. And As Ever, we're all laughing at the video, which is the irony. The show's been delayed because it's due out in March because of the fires in LA, obviously. But I want to play a clip of this just to get your reaction to it.
It's recording.
Okay. Cat's out of the bag. I'm shocked we've kept this a secret for so long. My business, which I think there's been a lot of curiosity about. I thought about it, and I've been waiting for a moment to share a name that I had secured in 2022, and this is the moment. And it's called As Ever. Of course, there will be fruit preserves. I think we're all clear at this point that jam is my jam. But there's so many more products that I just love that I use in my home. And now it's time to share it with you. So I can't wait for you to see it. Thanks, guys.
I mean, Tommy, everything about it just makes me cringe. But obviously, I'm not an impartial observer here. What do you make of it?
Gosh. Well, listen, every time we talk about Meghan Markle, it's really just to make fun of her. And that's where the clips go most viral, is on social media, for people to literally just make fun of her. She's so disconnected. And I'll tell you, I don't really care what she does. I don't care how hard she tries to revamp her image. I think that she is like the Colin Kaepernick of Hollywood or entertainment at this point. No one really cares. She took a stance and no one really remembers what that was or can make sense of it. But I'll also say this. What really bothered me is when she did the little destruction tour in LA with the wildfires to get her little moment when people were actually struggling and people actually lost everything. And then they had to trot out there with their PR campaign and make light of it and make themselves seem like heroes, just getting in the way of people who are actually trying to help. That to me was a bridge too far. But otherwise, I think nobody's going to watch the Netflix show. I also think she's lazy, as evidenced by her, various other media deals that she didn't fulfill. So best of luck to her. I think that, like Blake Lively and the rest of them, she's got maybe 6 months to a year left where anyone actually cares what she's doing. So she better live it up while she can with her fruit preserves.
With her jam, because jam is her jam, Ernest. What's that, Ernest?
No, I was going to say, not as long as Piers Uncensored has a show. She'll be talked about for on and on.
But you can't ignore it. The thing
when I first came on this show,
every time I feel a bit like
you love her, Piers.
Now, tell you what I feel like, Ernest. I feel like Al Pacino in Godfather 3. When he finally says, every time I try and leave the mafia world, they suck me back in. It's a bit like that with Harry and Meghan. Is that you cannot go more than 2 weeks without them doing something stupid that you can't help talking about, because it's all over the media. You can pretend that no one's talking about it, but they're everywhere.
But you're a part of the media. And you amplify it, because you still got the hearts on for her, and you won't let her go. And you just got to admit that.
I love that theory. It always makes me laugh so much. You obviously never met my wife, have you?
I mean, listen,
have you, Ernest? Meghan Markle. Tommy, she's issued.
Welcome back to Royal Sussex Squad, your go-to source for all things Harry and Meghan, delivered with truth, wit and a dose of well-deserved critique. Before we get into today's juicy topic, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and if you enjoy the content, show your support with a super thanks. Now let's dive into the never-ending, cringe-worthy obsession of one Piers Morgan with the Duchess of Sussex. Since stepping away from the monarchy, Meghan has been anything but idle. She's taken this opportunity to redefine herself and her role in the world. In fact, she's been positively thriving, embracing new challenges and opportunities with grace and determination. She's launched successful business ventures, partnering with innovative companies and creating products that resonate with a global audience. Meghan has also become a powerful voice for important causes, using her influence to advocate for social justice, gender equality, and mental health awareness. And generally, she's used her platform for good, making a tangible difference in communities around the world. Remember that children's book she wrote a while back, the one that captured the hearts of many with its touching narrative? The one Piers Morgan publicly ridiculed and then got caught buying for his niece? Yes, that very one. Yeah, That became a New York Times bestseller, proving that her storytelling resonates with readers of all ages. Turns out people quite like a heartwarming story about family and acceptance. Who knew? It's a testament to her ability to connect with people on a personal level. And then there's her production company, which has been churning out hit after hit, captivating audiences with compelling content, documentaries, scripted series, you name it. Meghan's got her finger on the pulse of what audiences want, delivering quality entertainment. Who needs a crown when you've got an Emmy nomination or two? Her work is being recognized and celebrated in the industry. The point is, Meghan is out there proving that she's more than just a royal title. She's a force to be reckoned with in her own right. She's a talented woman with a vision, and she's making things happen, turning her dreams into reality. And all the while, Piers is stuck in 2020, still fuming about something that happened years ago. Meghan, however, is looking forward, not back. Now, let's take a moment to dissect Piers Morgan's continued obsession with Meghan Markle, because, let's be honest, it's more than a little peculiar. It's like he's developed a severe case of Meghan on the brain, and no amount of logic or reason can cure him. Every time you think he's finally moved on, he pops up again like a particularly persistent case of hiccups. He claims it's about holding Meghan accountable, about exposing her supposed hypocrisy. But come on, folks. We've all been around the block enough times to recognize a thinly veiled vendetta when we see one. There's a certain desperation to his criticisms, a lack of substance that betrays their true nature. It's like he's trying to convince himself and the world that Meghan's success is somehow undeserved, that she's pulled the wool over everyone's eyes. But the more he rants and raves, the more obvious it becomes that he's the only one who's been fooled. Need some concrete examples of Piers' relentless negativity? Well, buckle up, because we've got plenty to share. Oh, we've got a whole highlight reel that showcases his most infamous moments. Remember that time Meghan spoke out about the importance of mental health, and Piers publicly dismissed her experiences. He questioned her sincerity and even accused her of lying. Yeah, not a good look, Piers. His reaction was not only insensitive, but also deeply troubling. Or how about when he mocked her children's book, calling it a vanity project, only to be caught red-handed buying a copy for his own family? The irony is almost too much to handle. The hypocrisy, dear viewers, the hypocrisy. It's almost as if he thrives on contradicting himself, and let's not forget his constant attempts to undermine her achievements, attributing her success to her royal connections rather than her own talent and hard work. He seems to ignore her dedication and the positive impact she has made. It's as if he can't fathom the idea of a woman, especially a woman of color, achieving success on her own merits. His bias is glaringly obvious. His words are like those nasty little trolls that lurk under bridges in fairy tales, just waiting to spread their bitterness and negativity. They serve no purpose other than to bring others down. But unlike those mythical creatures, Piers has a platform, one he uses to amplify his own insecurities onto a global stage. His influence is far-reaching, and that's what makes his behavior so concerning. What's particularly delicious about this whole saga is the stark contrast between Meghan's trajectory and Piers. As Meghan's star continues to rise, Piers seems to be steadily dimming. She's out there breaking records, winning awards, and generally being a boss, while he's relegated to ranting about her on Twitter, and whatever questionable news outlet will still have him. It's a classic case of living well is the best revenge. While Piers is busy stewing in his own bitterness, Meghan is out there living proof that his negativity holds no power over her. And let's be honest, his credibility isn't exactly at an all-time high, is it? After all, this is the same man who stormed off the set of his own show because someone dared to challenge his opinions. Not exactly the picture of journalistic integrity, is he? Now, I'm not one to speculate about a man's inner psyche, but one can't help but wonder what's truly at the root of Piers' obsession with Meghan. Could it be, dare we say it, jealousy? Think about it. Meghan is everything Piers probably wishes he was. Successful, admired, and seemingly immune to his particular brand of vitriol. Perhaps, deep down, he sees a bit of himself in Meghan's ambition and drive, but instead of celebrating her success, he's driven to tear her down. It's a sad tale, really, a cautionary reminder that sometimes the biggest bullies are the ones who are most afraid. Or maybe, just maybe, he secretly writes her fan fiction in his spare time. Who are we to judge? But let's be clear, folks, this isn't really about Piers Morgan, is it? It's about Meghan Markle and the impact she's making on the world. It's about a woman who dared to break free from the gilded cage of tradition and forge her own path. It's about a woman who uses her platform to amplify important voices and fight for a better future. Piers Morgan's negativity is just a footnote in Meghan's story, a minor irritant that she effortlessly brushes aside, because in the end, actions speak louder than words, and Meghan's actions are speaking volumes. She's building a legacy of compassion, creativity, and empowerment, one that will far outlast the fleeting relevance of her critics. So the next time you see Piers Morgan spouting off about Meghan Markle, remember this: he's not the story, she is. At the end of the day, Meghan Markle's continued success is the best clapback she could ever give to the haters. Piers Morgan's relentless obsession only makes him look smaller, more bitter, and more irrelevant with each passing day. The more he rages, the more it's clear Meghan has already won. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to Royal Sussex Squad. And if you want to support the channel, hit that super thanks button. Until next time, stay informed, stay empowered and keep calling out the nonsense. See you soon.